In the summer of 1993, a 12-year-old boy and a killer whale leaped into movie history. Free Willy cost $20 million to make and grossed $153.7 million worldwide, spawned 2 sequels and an animated series, and inspired a real-world rescue operation for the orca who played Willy. It became the defining family film of its summer. More than 3 decades later, it still has the power to make grown adults cry in front of their children. So, what happened to the cast that made it happen? Lorie Petty was born on the 14th of October, 1963, in Chattanooga, Tennessee, the daughter of a Pentecostal minister whose work kept the family moving constantly across the country. Before making it in Hollywood, she worked as a graphic designer in Omaha, Nebraska, then relocated to Los Angeles and carved out a career that made her one of the most distinctive actresses of the 1990s. She played Ray Lindley, Jesse's spirited whale trainer, and brought exactly the energy the role demanded: scrappy, passionate, and completely uninterested in playing it safe. By the time Free Willy was released, she had already turned heads in Point Break opposite Keanu Reeves in 1991, and as Kit Keller in A League of Their Own in 1992. In 1995, she played the title role in Tank Girl, cementing her reputation as one of Hollywood's most fearlessly unconventional leading women. Lorie Petty has never stopped working. In 2008, she wrote and directed The Poker House, a raw, semi-autobiographical drama about her traumatic childhood in 1970s Iowa, a film that starred Jennifer Lawrence in her first major leading role. On television, she joined the cast of Orange is the New Black in 2014 as the recurring character Lolly Whitehill, appearing across the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 7th season. She voiced Livewire in Superman the Animated Series and returned to live-action television with a recurring role in NCIS Origins in 2024 and an appearance in Tonic in 2025. She is 62 years old as of March 2026 and has never looked for permission to be exactly who she is. Jayne Atkinson was born on the 18th of February, 1959, in Bournemouth, England. Her family relocated to the United States when she was 9, and she grew up in North Miami Beach, Florida. She trained at Northwestern University and then earned her MFA from the Yale Drama School in 1985, a path that led her to Broadway first, where she made her debut in a 1987 revival of Arthur Miller's All My Sons. She played Annie Greenwood, Jesse's warm and quietly determined foster mother, and reprised the role in the first sequel as well. Her Tony Award nominations came for The Rainmaker in 1999 and Enchanted April in 2003, and she won a Drama Desk Award for her work in The Skriker in 1996. On screen, Jayne Atkinson has built one of the steadiest careers of anyone from the Free Willy cast. She recurred as Karen Hayes on 24 from 2005 to 2010, appeared as BAU Section Chief Aaron Strauss across multiple seasons of Criminal Minds, played U.S. Secretary of State Catherine Durant opposite Kevin Spacey in House of Cards from 2013 to 2018, and portrayed Vice President Teresa Hurst in Madam Secretary. Her film credits include The Village, Syriana, and Baby Ruby, alongside Kit Harington and Noemi Merlant. She starred as a series regular in NBC's Bluff City Law in 2019, recurred on Clarice, and co-starred in the Hulu drama Death and Other Details opposite Mandy Patinkin. She has been married to actor Michelle Gill since the 3rd of October 1998, and they have one son together. She is 67 years old as of March 2026. If you're loving this look back at the Free Willy cast, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more Where Are They Now? Content about your favorite classic films. August Schellenberg was born on the 25th of July, 1936, in Montreal, Quebec, to a Swiss-German father and a Mohawk English mother. He grew up in foster care, dropped out of high school to support himself, and at age 27, applied to the National Theatre School of Canada after reading a magazine article about it lying about his age to meet the requirements. He graduated in 1966 as the first Indigenous person ever to do so, then won the Tyrone Guthrie Award for Most Promising Young Actor at the Stratford Shakespeare Festival in 1967. He played Randolph Johnson, the wise and deeply principled Haida Park supervisor who becomes the adult Jesse most trusts in the world, and reprised the role across all 3 Free Willy films. His other standout credits include the Genie Award-winning Black Robe in 1991 and Terrence Malick's The New World in 2005. In 2007, August Schellenberg received an Emmy Award nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series for his portrayal of Sitting Bull in the HBO miniseries Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, the 3rd time he had played that role. Across his career, and by his own account, his favorite. His final on-screen role came in 2012 in a film titled, fittingly, The Last Movie. Throughout his career, he taught acting seminars at Toronto's Centre for Indigenous Theatre and York University, conducted motivational workshops for cultural organizations across North America, and was a tireless advocate for authentic Indigenous representation in film. He relocated to Dallas, Texas in 1995, where he lived with his wife, actress Joan Karasevich. Schellenberg died on the 15th of August, 2013, in Dallas after a long battle with lung cancer. He was 77 years old. In 2015, the Imaginative Film Plus Media Arts Festival established the August Schellenberg Award of Excellence in his honor. Michael Madsen was born on the 25th of September, 1957 in Chicago, Illinois, to a firefighter father and a filmmaker mother, Elaine Madsen. He began his career at the Steppenwolf Theater Company, training under John Malkovich, and built one of the most recognizable careers in Hollywood through his collaborations with Quentin Tarantino, most iconically as Mr. Blonde in Reservoir Dogs in 1992, and later in Kill Bill, The Hateful Eight, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. In Free Willy, he played Glenn Greenwood, Jesse's patient and big-hearted foster father, a softer role than audiences were used to seeing from him. His other credits include Thelma and Louise, Donnie Brasco, Die Another Day, and Sin City, across a career spanning more than 300 films and television roles. Michael Madsen's final years were marked by personal heartbreak. In January 2022, his son Hudson, just 26 years old, died by suicide, a loss Madsen spoke about publicly, saying it changed everything. He was survived by 5 other children, including actor Christian Madsen, and remained married to his third wife, Deanna Morgan, until his death. On the 3rd of July 2025, Michael Madsen was found unresponsive at his home in Malibu, California, and was pronounced dead at the age of 67. The cause was cardiac arrest, with heart disease and alcoholism listed as contributing factors. Quentin Tarantino hosted a private memorial service at the Vista Theater in Los Angeles on August 1st. His sister, actress Virginia Madsen, released a statement, "My brother Michael has left the stage." James Richter was born on the 29th of January, 1980 in Medford, Oregon. His father was a U.S. Navy serviceman, and the family moved frequently to Hawaii when Jason was 3, where a Japanese casting agency discovered him and cast him in television commercials, and later to San Diego to support his acting career. He was 13 years old when he was chosen to play Jesse Greenwood in Free Willy, selected from a pool of more than 4,000 candidates, and he earned a Young Artist Award for Best Youth Actor leading role in a motion picture drama for his performance. He reprised the role in both sequels, Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home in 1995, and Free Willy 3, The Rescue in 1997, and also appeared in Michael Jackson's short film Childhood that same year. After the Free Willy franchise, James Richter built a steady career across genre, film, and television, with credits including The Never-Ending Story 3, guest roles on Bones, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Criminal Minds, Suspect Behavior, and a range of independent features including Last Call and The Little Things, both in 2021. In recent years, he has moved behind the camera as well, producing Natty Knox in 2023 and making his directorial debut with the short film The Quiet Loud in 2013. His most recent acting credit is Final Heist in 2024. He is 46 years old as of March 2026, still active, still clearly proud of the film that defined his childhood. Michael Ironside was born on the 12th of February, 1950, in Toronto, Ontario, as Frederick Reginald Ironside. At 15, he wrote a play that won first prize in a Canada-wide university contest. He used the prize money to mount a production of it. He attended the Ontario College of Art, worked construction as a roofer, and arrived at acting through sheer force of will. His breakthrough came as the terrifying telepathic assassin Daryl Ravach in David Cronenberg's Scanners in 1981, and what followed was one of the most prolific villain careers in cinema. Jester in Top Gun in 1986, the ruthless Richter in Total Recall in 1990, and the unforgettable Lieutenant Gene Rasczak in Starship Troopers in 1997. In Free Willy, he played Dial, the cold and calculating park owner who sees Willy only as a financial liability, and he was terrifyingly convincing. Off-screen, Ironside has survived bowel, prostate, and thyroid cancer and kept working through all of it. Michael Ironside has more than 270 film and television credits and has never stopped. His voice became iconic through his work as Sam Fisher in the entire Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell video game franchise, and as the villain Darkseid in the DC animated universe, including Superman the Animated Series, Justice League, and Justice League Unlimited. He appeared in X-Men, First Class in 2011, Terminator Salvation in 2009, and Nobody in 2021, then returned for Nobody 2 in August 2025, sharing the screen once again with Christopher Lloyd. He has been married to Karen Dinwiddie since 1986 and has 2 daughters. He is 76 years old as of March 2026, still working, still commanding, and still utterly impossible to look away from. Michael Bacall was born on the 19th of April, 1973 in Los Angeles, California. He is of Italian descent, and he adopted the stage surname Bacall, the same choice independently as Academy Award-nominated actress Lauren Bacall, with whom he shares no relation. He began acting as a child, picking up television roles on The Wonder Years, Doogie Howser MD, and Highway to Heaven, before landing film roles in Wait Until Spring, Bandini, and the John Travolta musical Shout. In Free Willy, he played Perry, one of Jesse's street kid friends, the scrappy, loyal boy who runs with Jesse in the opening scenes and represents the life Jesse's being pulled away from. He graduated from UCLA in 1996 with degrees in communication studies and English. It was that UCLA education, combined with frustration at the limited roles available to him as a young actor, that pushed Michael Bacall towards screenwriting, and the results were extraordinary. Growing tired of the audition circuit, he began writing with a friend, producing the script that became the indie drama Manic in 2001, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He also continued acting through this period, taking small roles in Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof in 2007 and Inglourious Basterds in 2009. In 2007, Variety named him one of 10 screenwriters to watch. His breakthrough as a writer came when director Edgar Wright brought him on to co-adapt Brian Lee O'Malley's graphic novel series for the screen. The result was Scott Pilgrim vs. the World in 2010. He then wrote the story for the found footage comedy Project X in 2012 and co-wrote 21 Jump Street, a film that grossed $201 million worldwide and is widely credited with reviving the buddy cop comedy genre. He followed it with 22 Jump Street in 2014. The kid who played Jesse's friend on the Portland waterfront became one of the more quietly influential comedy writers of his generation. He is 52 years old as of March 2026. Mykelti Williamson was born on the 4th of March 1957 in St. Louis, Missouri. His mother was a certified public accountant and his father an Air Force non-commissioned officer. At 9 years old, his family relocated to Los Angeles, and he was bitten early by the performing arts, starting as a dancer and becoming an alternate member of the Lockers, the celebrated dance troupe that appeared on Soul Train. He spent the 1980s building a prolific television resume on shows including Hill Street Blues and Midnight Caller, before landing film roles in Wildcats, Miracle Mile, and The First Power. In Free Willy, he played Dwight Mercer, Jesse's social worker, the person who places the boy with the Greenwoods, and remains a thread in his story. He reprised the role in the first sequel as well. The year after Free Willy, Mykelti Williamson gave the performance that would define his career. Benjamin Buford Bubba Blue in the Academy Award-winning Forrest Gump in 1994. The role Forrest's shrimp-obsessed best friend who dies in his arms in Vietnam became one of the most emotionally resonant performances of the decade and earned him a place in cinematic history. What followed was a remarkable run. Heat opposite Al Pacino in 1995, Con Air in 1997, Three Kings in 1999, Ali in 2001, and a recurring role as Elston Limehouse in the FX drama Justified from 2011 to 2013. In 2016, he reprised his 2010 Broadway role as Gabriel Madsen in Denzel Washington's acclaimed film adaptation of Fences, earning a SAG Award nomination as part of the ensemble. In 2024, he appeared in the Amazon series Fallout as Honcho, cast personally by his Justified co-star Walton Goggins, who called him up and said he was the only person for the role. His most recent film is The Last Rodeo in 2025. He is 68 years old as of March 2026. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest Where Are They Now videos exploring your favorite casts from the past.